Welcome to Happy Forest, where every day is filled with fun laughter and exciting adventures. Today, Benny Bear is walking to Rocky Rabbit's fruit shop because he wants to buy 3 fresh apples for his family. Rocky Rabbit smiles warmly and says, "Hello, Benny, 3 apples will cost 3 shiny coins." Benny happily hands over 3 coins and Rocky gives him 3 delicious apples. Everything seems perfect, and Benny waves goodbye as he walks home. A little later, another customer arrives and wants to buy some fruit. Rocky reaches for his notebook, but suddenly looks confused. "Oh no, my record book is missing. I cannot remember who already paid me today." The animals gather around the shop and begin to worry. If the notebook is gone, how will anyone know who really paid for their fruit? What if someone says they already paid when they did not? What if someone changes the records? Just then, Professor Owl gently flies down from the tallest tree carrying a glowing wooden box. "Do not worry, my friends, I have a wonderful idea that can help everyone." The curious animals gather around as Professor Owl slowly opens the magical box. Inside are bright, colorful blocks that sparkle with tiny lights. "These are magic blocks," says Professor Owl. "Instead of keeping one notebook, we will write every transaction inside a block." Professor Owl carefully writes, "Benny Bear paid 3 coins and received 3 apples." As soon as the information is written, the block begins to glow with magical light. The words become locked safely inside the block. Nobody can secretly erase them. Nobody can quietly change them. Then something amazing happens. Tiny glowing copies of the same block magically fly across Happy Forest. One copy lands at Benny's house. Another lands at Coco Cat's house. Another lands at Rocky Rabbit's shop. Soon, every animal in the forest has an identical copy. Benny looks surprised. "Wow, everyone has the same information." Professor Owl smiles. "Exactly, now there is not just one notebook, there are hundreds of copies shared by everyone. If one copy disappears, the others still remain. If someone loses their copy, the information is still safe because everyone else has it too." The animals clap happily because they know their records are much safer now. Not far away, Sneaky Fox watches everything from behind a tree. He has a clever but dishonest idea. He quietly takes out his own copy of the block and changes the writing. Now it says Sneaky Fox paid 1 coin but received 10 apples. Sneaky Fox laughs loudly. "Now, everyone will think I own 10 apples." Feeling very proud, he runs to Rocky Rabbit's shop. "Look at my record, I already paid for 10 apples. Rocky scratches his head. That does not seem right. Professor Owl asks everyone to check their copies. Benny looks at his block. Coco checks hers. Rocky checks his. Every single copy says something different from Sneaky Fox's version. Professor Owl smiles kindly. "Sneaky Fox, changing only your own copy cannot fool everyone because all the other copies still show the truth." Sneaky Fox looks embarrassed. "I guess my trick did not work." The animals laugh together and even Sneaky Fox smiles because he has learned an important lesson. A few days later, more people buy fruit, vegetables, honey, flowers, and delicious cakes. Every new purchase is written into another colorful block. When one block is full, a brand new block is created. But before the new block is added, something special happens. The new block connects tightly to the previous one. Then another block connects after that. Then another. Soon the colorful blocks look exactly like a long, happy train. Professor Owl points at the train. Each block is connected to the block before it. If one block changes, every block after it would also need to change. Benny smiles. "So it is like a train where every carriage is connected together." "Exactly," says Professor Owl. "That is why we call it a blockchain, because it is a chain made from connected blocks. Every block remembers what happened before. Every new block protects the history behind it." The animals love watching the magical train grow longer every day. One afternoon, Professor Owl decides to show everyone why changing old information is almost impossible. He gently touches the second block and pretends someone secretly changes it. Immediately, the magical train begins to shake. Bright lights start flashing. The links between the blocks begin to glow. Every animal notices something is wrong. Professor Owl explains. When someone changes an old block, the connections no longer match. Since everyone has copies, they quickly notice the difference. To fool everyone, someone would have to secretly change every copy owned by every animal at exactly the same time. That would be almost impossible. The animals nod with excitement because now they understand why blockchain is so secure. Rocky Rabbit smiles happily. Now nobody can secretly change my records. Coco Cat grins. Everyone shares the same information. Benny Bear laughs. No single person controls everything. Professor Owl proudly says. That is the true magic of blockchain. It helps people work together. It keeps records safe. It makes cheating much harder. It builds trust without needing just one notebook or one person in charge. Today, blockchain is used in many places around the world. People use it to keep digital money secure. Businesses use it to track products from factories to stores. Hospitals can use it to protect important records. Artists can prove ownership of their creative work. Even farmers can track fresh food from the farm all the way to the supermarket. The idea is always the same. Information is stored inside blocks. The blocks connect together. Many people share copies. Everyone can verify the same history. Changing old records is extremely difficult. That makes blockchain reliable, transparent, and trustworthy. As the sun sets over Happy Forest, the magical block train shines brightly across the valley. The animals celebrate with music, dancing, fresh apples, sweet honey, and delicious cakes. Sneaky Fox joins the celebration too, because he has learned that honesty is always better than cheating. Professor Owl smiles at everyone and says when people share the truth together, trust becomes stronger and the whole community grows safer. And that is the wonderful story of blockchain, a magical chain of connected blocks that helps people protect information, share trusted records, and work together with confidence. Thank you for riding the magic block train.